In today's tutorial, I'm going to show you how to make a fabulous pillow in 15 minutes flat. Bam! Ain't that hot? So to make a pillow in 15 minutes flat, I'm going to actually show you all the materials that you're going to need. You can actually go to IKEA and get we're going to use a 20 by 20 down stuffed pillow from IKEA, and it was maybe around like $6 to $10, very inexpensive. And a down pillow is very luxurious, and to me, you know, they're the best pillows to lay on, just my taste. I think my taste may be a little bit expensive, I don't know. You're going to need about about 3/4 of material for your front and back. So when you go to the fabric store, just ask, for, just get whatever side you decide to get, and your other fabric 3/4. Of course, you're going to need your pins and your little magic pen wand. When you actually chalk off the pillow, I like using an L square, and log onto my blog site at www.houseofchapelle.com. Click on blog, and it'll basically tell you where to get the L square, and of course your scissors. Okay, and I basically already pre-cut the fabric, and I'm using a leopard print, and it's some inexpensive fabric. You can go cheaper or higher, it doesn't really matter. And I really don't like the word using cheaper, let's use the word inexpensive. And I also use some faux fur, and the trick of cutting faux fur for the accurate size, I turned it face down, and since the pillow is 20 by 20, I did 21 by 21 and gave myself a 1/2 inch seam allowance all around. Alrighty? So now basically what you do is turn the fabrics right side together, and you pin. You pin, 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 and pin until you can't pin anymore. Okay, now we have it all pinned together. I'm going to start sewing here. About 2 inches into the pillow, go all the way around, and stop about 2 inches here. So this way, when we pull the pillow cover, actually the pillowcase, inside out, we'll have some room to stuff the pillow in. Your seam allowance is about a 1/2 inch all the way around. Now the hard part is done. Slide this over here. We're going to take out the pins. And now we're going to take off our corners. And remember this, when trimming down the corners, you're going to use the same technique when you do bustiers and collars on shirts. So when we get to those tutorials, you'll be familiar with when I asked to slim down the corners or cut the corners or nip the corners. We're going to take off the excess fur, which is kind of gets a little messy, but if you had a different fabric, it won't be as messy. And when you get to the corners, get closer. Once you turn the pillow inside out, it'll give you a sharp, crisped edge. And now, the big reveal. And it's basically like a pillowcase. Simple as that. Anybody could do it. My 50-year-old mother, no, she's 54. My 60, no, my grandmother can't be 60 because that means she would have had my mother one. So like I would say my 70-year-old grandmother, my little niece could do this. And now you're going to have to stuff it in the pillowcase. So you're going to have to grab it and you're going to choke it. You're going to choke it. And you're going to stuff it in the pillowcase. You're going to have to use a little force with this. fluff it all out. And now you want to seal up this opening. And basically what you can do until you learn how to put a zipper in, we're going to take and what we call whip stitch it. You're going to pin the pillow closed. And the weird thing about this fur and the fabric, it gave a little stretch to it. So it's a little off, but you really can't tell because of all the fur. See? Now, if you don't know how to thread a needle, you on your own on that. You got to go to another YouTube tutorial. But I ain't finna teach you how to thread a needle, okay? And you just whip stitch. We're gonna turn around this way so you can see. And this is almost like sewing a womb closed. It's up and around, up and around, up and around. And your needle tends to get lost in the fur. So basically take it all around, and this fur gets caught up in the whip, so just really be careful and go through the fur. And then once you're done, you will not take your scissors or either your nips, cut the excess thread off. Bam! I'm done. You know, it took me only about 6 or 7 minutes, and like I said in the beginning, look, I'm the pro. You just learning how to sew. So it'll take you about 15 minutes to do a fabulous pillow. Check it out. Bam. Who the man? All right, I'll see you guys next time. For more information, visit www.houseofchapelle.com.